Hello everyone, welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday the 11th of November 2024 to Friday the 15th of November 2024. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. All right, so let's start with the Nifty chart, and we have the 125-minute chart on the Nifty. And as we can clearly see, let's go first to the daily chart. And on the daily chart, we're seeing a little bit of consolidation around this area here. We had this level of supply from where the prices have fallen down. There's a nice open interest level also lining up with this area. So 25,000 is going to be a key level to the upside in case of the markets to print at that level. Then it's more likely the prices will start coming down once again. Now there is a very, very interesting level on the 75-minute chart. Let me see if I can just try and get it. Let's wait for a bit because it will take some time for the data to populate on the 75-minute chart. All right, so as you can see, I've just drawn a horizontal line, and just below that horizontal line, there is going to be, in fact, there are two key levels of demand. One is this area over here, which is this base rally. And this level is from 23,750 to 23,642. And then just below that, you have another level of demand. So these are going to be two key levels of demand on the 75 minutes time frame. And in case if price does happen to get there, then we might get to see a bounce coming in on it. Right now, we are somewhere higher than what those levels are suggesting right now. So prices are in the middle. We might either continue to remain sideways for the couple of days, or then we can just see a strong move coming towards these areas, and then we might see a strong bounce also come. So we'll be carefully watching these two levels here. Once again, 23,747 to 23,601. All right, let's move on to the Bank Nifty now, and let's look at Bank Nifty. All right, so Bank Nifty has been pretty much range bound. It is being trading in a very, very tight range to say. 52,500 is the resistance level, and 51,000 and 51,500 are acting as the immediate support. Any break above this level will probably come into this area of supply, 52,806 to 53,256. Probably this is the best possible supply zone right now on the Bank Nifty. And if you look at the demand zone, there is no clear level of demand, but we see this level of demand here, 49,430 to 48,961. This is going to be a key level of demand to watch out for. So as per price action, we are closer to a level of supply. So we have to be a little careful on longs when the price starts coming closer towards 52,800, 53,250 odd. Let's move on to the Finnifty. On the Finnifty, a very, very similar price action, just like the Bank Nifty. So level of demand is below, level of supply is about 24,443 to 24,619. And demand zone is at 22,300 to 22,864. Let's move on to the MidCap Nifty. So on the MidCap, we had this level of supply. So price is holding this 125-minute supply zone. Today is MidCap expiry. So we just got to be a little careful. Let's try to see if we are able to figure out a level of demand just below this price action. So if we go a little bit more backdated, and if you look to the left, there is a key level of demand here, which is currently quite far away from current market price. Can the markets get there? Surely yes. In case if there is a big fall, the mid-cap index can come towards this level here, 11,825 to 11,718. And probably this will also be a good level to look at some of the stocks from within the Nifty Mid-Cap Select portfolio to say so. So 11,825, 11,718 is a level of demand. Right now, we are closer to a higher time frame supply, 12,627 to 12,755. Still a lot of room for the price to go to the downside on the mid cap Nifty. Let's look at Sensex now. So if you look at the Sensex, price came into this level of supply, 80,462 to 80,716. Price hit this level of demand and now is reacting strongly to the downside. I do expect Sensex to move a little bit lower, just like the Nifty. So let's see if we are able to figure out a clear level on the Sensex on the lower side. So now that I have the chart loaded, there was this area of demand here, 78,269. And look at how the prices have rallied once from that level. Okay, so the moment the price came again to that level, we had another rally in price. But right now there is a little bit of a fight going on between buyers and sellers. So now it'll be interesting to see if price revisits this level, what is likely to happen, or in case if the buyers are in control, will they push the price further to the upside? So key levels to watch out for Sensex, again, 78,269. And we have 77,832. That's the closest level of demand from current market price to watch out for Sensex. All right, now let's move on from the world of indices to the heavyweights. So as you can clearly see, HDFC Bank has come into a level of supply, and we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off coming in HDFC Bank. This could also be profit booking. We do have some key levels of open interest stacked up here, 1800 level. So it's not going to be very easy for HDFC Bank to cross the 1800 handle. Of course, once it breaks through the 1800 level and closes above the 1800 level, then obviously it will move into what is called as the uncharted territory. And that is the time maybe there is a possibility that we might see even higher levels on HDFC Bank. In case if that does not happen, then we might see a retracement coming in HDFC Bank, which should automatically drag the Bank Nifty along with it. Let's look at the next heavyweight, Reliance. So when we look at Reliance, it seems like both Reliance and HDFC Bank are moving in complete opposite directions. But now here is a very, very key and important level on Reliance that you need to watch out for. So I'm just going to mark that level on the chart, and let me show you what that level is. Just wait for the graphs to load. So if you go into the daily chart of Reliance, there is a key level of demand somewhere around 1240 odd levels, right? So this is a very, very important level. So keep a close watch on 1240 to 1222 on Reliance. If price does come over here, we also have open interest confluence, which is probably more or less likely to support this level of demand. And then prices might likely move to the upside. At the same time, keep a close watch on the Nifty. If Nifty and Reliance come more or less at the same levels, then it's even a higher probability that prices will most likely turn on the Nifty, and then eventually prices will also turn from Reliance to the upside. Okay, so let's close all these charts now and let us move to the world of commodity markets. So I'm going to load the commodity layout, and let's go through some of the key commodity markets. Okay, so from last week, we had certain levels plotted. Let's change this chart to gold. Let's select futures. All right, so this is the daily chart of gold. So price cut through this level of demand, which means now prices have created a fresh level of supply. Very interesting to see such a formation. And what is even more interesting to see is that 78,000, which is an open interest level, is also lining up with this drop-based drop level of supply. Now, we have come strongly into this level of demand, which means prices can continue to move to the upside and eventually even break this level of supply. But what is happening right now, it seems like there is some profit booking that is coming in on gold. And in case, if this price breaks this level of demand, then the next level of demand on gold is going to be 74,422 to 74,000 odd. Let's move on to the next index, which is silver. So let's load the silver chart. Perfect. So silver is in a level of demand, but like I said, gold has created a level of supply. So silver is most likely to create, is all ready to create a new level of supply around 94,046 to 95,951. Now, in case if silver does go into this level of supply, it might push further down towards these areas of demand, right? So keep a close watch. This is going to be a key level of demand on silver. Okay. So first and foremost, we'll have to wait to see what happens at 90,000 odd level, since this is the strongest support and highest open interest on the put side. And any retracement into this area, since this is a higher time frame level, will be interesting to see where the price starts breaking further down. And along with silver, gold also starts pushing to the downside. Okay, let's move on to the next commodity. We are going to have a look at copper. So let's look at some of the key levels on copper. So this is the chart of copper, and price came into this level of demand, created accumulation, then went and gave a new high, then again retraced back into this level of demand, then went on to again push to the upside. So now we are more or less seeing that copper is moving in a little bit of a range bound direction. So unless and until copper breaks 875 to the upside, or it breaks 750 to the downside, we may tend to remain sideways on copper for probably the longest period of time. Okay, so right now, copper is sideways. Let's move on to the next commodity. Let's look at crude oil. So crude oil is also more or less pretty similar like copper, pretty range bound, pretty sideways, a lot of uncertainty in terms of the news, global crisis in terms of the war situation that is happening right now. It is just moving sideways. So unless and until price comes into 65.73, 67.47 odd supply level, or price goes down to revisit 52, 55.25, 52.72, there's probably not going to be any kind of a clear direction on crude, and crude might tend to remain sideways for this week as well. And last but not the least, let's look at natural gas. So natural gas has reacted from a level of demand, moved straight into a level of supply, then again reacted from a level of supply, and is consolidating within this area over here, right? So natural gas is again in a higher time frame supply. Unless and until natural gas breaks this level of 262 to the upside, we cannot yet gauge a clear direction yet. And unless and until that happens, price is more or less likely to behave just like the other commodities such as crude oil, gold, and silver. So we might tend to see a little bit of a sideways range on the commodity markets for this week. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this week's analysis. And if you do like our channel, hit the subscription button and do give your valuable comments in the comment section. See you all next week, everyone, with more analysis. Till then, take care, trade safe, trade well. Bye-bye. Thank you.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.